0.
What's going on, everybody? Jolt here from the Token Minorities, finally with the, I guess, part of our responses to the 3K Q&A. Thanks to all of you guys who did ask us questions on that. Now, we do have 5 of us here at TTM, and we did want everyone to have their own chance to respond to the messages. It was just, or to the questions, and it was really tough to get us all on the same page in terms of our schedules. We have a variety of time zones throughout TTM, especially Abe over in Australia, and people who
Where's
work.
Australia?
It's down yonder. It's down yonder.
Is that even on this planet, Jolt?
It's barely on this planet. But as you can see, hi Danza. I'm joined by Danza here. It's just going to be me and Danza on this part of our responses, and we will have a second video coming up here maybe in a week or two. I'm not exactly sure exactly when Styx, Maddie, and Abe plan to record their half, but that will be coming up here soon for all of you guys who asked questions to them specifically. But this video will just be me and Danza working through the questions that are directed to us and directed to TTM in general. And I think Danza's going to also just answer some of the questions that were directed at me too, just because it makes it a little bit more even. So with that...
Yep. And by the way, hi, I exist. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, it's Danza's actually alive, so welcome to this world, Danza.
Yep, and this is a PSA that we have to do drafting with the elite.
Oh, right, yeah. It's not dead. We just haven't done it yet. It will come back, I promise. It'll come back.
How about we jump in?
Okay, sure. All right, so you can see the questions here in front of you. We're going to just go through these one by one. We're down at the bottom now, so we're going to start with the first questions and then work our way back to the last questions that were asked. So first off here from Narth Vader. For Jolt, the question is, well, first, congrats on hitting 3K. Thank you. And it looks like we have this random box here that I'm trying to get rid of. I don't know why there's a box on the screen. I apologize. I hope it doesn't follow me. It won't. Okay, we're good. Anyway, congrats on 3K subs to all 5 of you. My question is, what inspired you to create the NPL? Okay, so first of all, I actually didn't create the NPL. So the creator, the NPL, the founder of the NPL was Kyle, K to the 2, who you may or may not know. He's currently in PPL D2 as the coach of the Harlem Gloomtrotters. But he was actually the founder of the NPL. I was not even in the NPL in the first season. I was brought on as a coach in season 2. And after that season, Kyle approached me and asked if I was willing to accept leadership of the league. So, yeah, I didn't make the NPL, but yeah, Kyle just kind of gave it to me whenever he was wanting to go elsewhere. So that's basically how that worked out there. So move on to next question. This one looks like it's TCG related, so that is for Styx. From Metro Tiger Gaming. This is one that Danza can answer as well. So I'll actually let Danza go first on it. So what is one Pokemon you want to use in Draft League format?
This is the easiest question in the world for me to answer. I'm going to use a Alolan Golem. And I learned about it in the middle of the NPL draft in Season 6. I didn't know it existed until then. And I just want to use it so badly. Its typing is really interesting. It has pretty good moves, pretty good stats. Obviously, the ground weakness is kind of bad. But other than that, it's a really good looking mon on paper, so I'd like to try it out.
Okay. Yeah, I can respect that. That's a Pokemon that'd be pretty cool to use too. There's a lot of the Gen 7 Pokemon that I'd be interested in using, especially whenever they get like a move tutor or something, so they can do a little bit more. That's my biggest issue with a lot of the Gen 7 mons. But for me, I feel it's like 2 different Pokemon for me that I really want to try out. One of them is Manaphy, just because I'm never really in a position where I've been willing to take Manaphy at my draft spot. Like, Manaphy is something I would want to take in the 2nd round, and I know that's pretty non-realistic considering that a lot of people want Manaphy, but yeah, Manaphy is something I think could be really cool. It's pretty one-dimensional, I think, but it still could be fun to use. But the other one that I would really like to try sometime is Tapu Fini, just because it does fit my playstyle super well, and like right now it's also kind of tough to draft because I don't think it's worth a round 1 pick. Quite frankly, I think it should be a round 3 pick, but like an early round 3 pick, but it's not going to last that long for a while, I don't think, in drafts, so I kind of have to wait it out for that. But yeah, Manaphy and Tapu Fini are my 2 that I really want to try out sometime in the near future. So we'll move on to the next question here from Omega Jolteon. these look like they are for me. And Danza, of course, if you have anything you want to add on these, feel free. But, so first up, which one gives you more of an erection? Clef, Mega Bro, Talonflame, Hitmontop, Thundee or Diggersby? So first of all, Mega Bro and Hitmontop are garbage. Then it goes between Clefable, Talonflame, Thundee and Diggersby, and that's where it gets tough, but my love is always Clef, you know that. So Clefable definitely is the answer.
And I'll contribute as well. See, while Jolt is talking about Pokemon, I go out and date women, so...
Oh no. Shots fired.
No, I'm kidding, Jolt, I love you. Alright, continue.
How does it feel to be the second best Jolt? Well, that's just a false statement, so I can't really answer that. But, Omega, I'm afraid you're probably the third best Jolt, and if I'm the second best Jolt, then, like, that couldn't possibly be David as the first best Jolt. That's just rude.
Alright, so I just want to confirm that Jolt of the Token Minorities is the best Jolt. Believe me, he's the best.
There it is. Build the ego back up. There we go. After you tore down, bring it back. Alright. How many spankings do you give to Daddy Trev every day when he disobeys orders? Well, you see, for those of you who aren't in the NPL server, we have this role called a turd roll, where every time Trev does something that kind of irks me a little bit, I just give Trev the turd roll. And what that does is that moves Trev to the very top of the rolls along the right-hand side of your Discord server, and everyone just ats turd over and over and over again and fills up his notifications. So that's kind of how I give spankings to him, and that happens at least once a week, maybe twice a week, so it's a pretty good time. But yeah, okay, so I'll let Danza answer this next one first. So what's your favorite League match?
Does it have to be NPL? I'm going to say not NPL because it wasn't specified.
Sure. Yeah, it doesn't have to be NPL, I don't think.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. I think I'm going to roll with Fire Blast Gyarados.
Yeah, what a surprise.
I mean, it would either have been that or the championship game, but and while there were memorable moments there, I think Fire Blast Gyarados is just... That'll be on my grave when I die. So you know what? I'll go with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to think of mine right now too. There's been a lot of games, especially over the past few seasons that I've played, that I've really enjoyed because, like, over the past few seasons, I feel like I've been playing against a lot of people who are on my level or better. So
how about Jolt? I got it. How about one of the games you played me? Because you beat me every time.
Those were pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie.
I have it confirmed. Jolt is better than me at this game.
I think. Okay, so there's two games. There's two games that really stand out, I think. And one of them, actually both of them, yeah, both of them were in this most recent season of the NPL. So the game against Maddie Brolick, fellow TTM member that'll be answering questions here in the next part of this. My game against Maddie in NPL Season 6 was super good. Just came down to the wire. Really, really close game. I think it was a 1-0. And like, it was just really intense, really high level. And I enjoyed that one a lot. Recommend you go check that out. Just be in the Season 6 playlist if you want to see what I'm talking about. And the other game, God, there's like 3 games that are like right up there. Game against Shoddy in the PPL this season was really good too, I thought. Super close again, came down to the wire, came down to like a last turn 50-50. So that was pretty cool. And then also the game against Zazo, Iron Flash Gaming in the NPL playoffs this past season was also really good. Just came down to the wire again, landed 3 protects in a row with Ferrothorn, which does tend to help your case a little bit, but still lost to a Custap. Freaking Custap Snorlax, that was so cool though. But yeah, between those 3, I'm not really sure if I could pick exactly which one was my favorite, but if I had to pick, I would say the match against Maddie was my favorite one. That one was just really, really fun.
So Jolt, you can't pick, but then you pick.
Yes. I really can't pick because they're all pretty much even, but if I was forced to pick, then I'm picking that one.
All right, and I see the last one is top 5 favorite NPL moments. So I think it's very hard to pin down specific moments, but I mean maybe between us we could do 5.
Sure, let's do
so,
that. Yeah.
All right, one of my favorites is anything to do with Santa Christ.
Oh yes.
Anything,
yes.
Literally anything. It is the Great Wall of China, except it got 10 feet taller. This is gonna be, oh my gosh, President Trump would be so happy with that wall.
Oh god. See, another one for me is for a while we had 2 presidents in the league. We had a Richard Nixon and we had a Taft in the league at the same time. And there was this upload where I think Taft was like in the shower or something. Do you remember that story?
Yeah, jeez, I know I should remember it. It was story time with Taft and Nixon, and it was a really great upload. I'm trying to remember. I saw it I watched it a few months ago when he was there in the chat talking about it. Jeez, what was it? I know it had something to do with Taft. Just I don't know. Oh, it was a Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah,
That's
there
right.
it is.
That's the right one. Yeah, just watch it. We're not going to spoil it. It's a fantastic video. Narrated by 2 ex-presidents. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Legendary.
There's been so many great moments in the NPL. It's tough to pinpoint.
It really
Exactly
is.
what
All right,
the best ones are.
I'm going to go with another one of my favorites, and that was the defense drop on Cresselia against Trev. Huh? It's probably one of my favorites, right?
Oh, was it? Really? Can't imagine why.
Sorry, Trev. All right,
That's fine.
you're up next.
Oh God. I'm gonna come back to that one. I need to think it over.
Let's see.
I'm gonna try to remember to come back to that one. I'm gonna write myself a note.
Well, I have one on the tip of my tongue.
Go for it. Like I had one earlier and then I lost it whenever you were talking.
Yeah, no, I get you. You know what I thought? Maybe this wasn't overall, but one of the moments that I really liked was using Iron Tail Landorus as part of my double genie core. No one expected it. Sheer force,
genie?
and it
That's
destroyed a
what I wanna
Sylveon. It destroyed a Sylveon when it wasn't expected to destroy a Sylveon.
Does it count as a top NPL moment whenever the meta was more balanced instead of offensive? It's not really a single moment, but I missed that quite a bit. But yeah, yeah. Well, I think we can come back to that one. Yeah, this is one we could just close off with if we have more that come up. Like that's a really good question.
Sounds good to me.
All right, from Easy LMAO, where is Fear? JK, grats. Thanks, man. All right, so Shadow...
I strike fear in your heart, Jolt. That's where it is.
Wait, do you know what Fear is?
I actually do not. Is this story time with Jolt?
I mean, like brief story, I guess. So, before I was involved in League play, I was in like a Pokemon clan, which is basically like the Smogon equivalent of a league. Like of a draft league where you have like a team of people and they play in Smogon tiers instead of in draft format. So that's what Fear was. That was a group I was involved in for a pretty long amount of time. It was good times. Easy was part of that. Alright, so next up from Shadow LA, this is TCG. So there we go. That's for Styx. Mudkid for Styx. Michael Flora. Wait. Huh?
Can you go back for a sec? I thought it said, are you guys planning on playing any other games other than TCGO?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just saw TCGO. My bad. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. So the channel has been mostly Pokemon. However, I'm working on Pac-Man World 2, which I've been slow on because I've been doing home renovations with my family, and I've had very bad, inopportune times for recording, and it just hasn't happened. But it's going to happen, assuming this gets up soon. I don't know when this is going to be up, but I'm planning on getting it up this Saturday because I have ample recording time tomorrow. So now that my dad's actually on a business trip and we're not doing any home renovation for a few days. But that is going to be non-Pokemon, and some people like it, some people don't, but I think more people like it, so.
I also just remembered the one that was on the tip of my tongue back here on Omegas. So, top 5 favorite NPL moments. This is probably my number one. Belly Drum Darmanitan. Yup. Alright.
Oh, whoa. One more that I stopped. This is for you, though. This is for you.
Alright.
Entei.
Yeah, my first 6-0 in draft format, Entei kind of went wild against the current league commissioner, Kyle, so that was kind of cool. Good times. Alright. Michael Flora. One's for Styx, and then mine. What's the biggest facepalm worthy misplay you've ever made? Oh boy, making me relive stuff already. So there's been two really bad ones. One of them actually happened 2 days ago, so that's cool. Where I I played very poorly around a Ferrothorn after seeing a Focus Energy Kingdra. I don't want to go into too much detail on that because it's still kind of fresh salt in the wound. But the other one that I'll talk more about was back in my first season of the NPL, so Season 2, when I was playing against Trev the King for the first time. And
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him. He's a pretty good guy. He had a Mega Charizard X on his team. And my draft was deathly weak to Mega Charizard X. My responses were Gligar and Wobbuffet. Those are not exactly responses to Zard. And basically what happened was I sent my Wobbuffet in on a Zard, and or I think I had Wobbuffet out already or something like that. And I tried to Encore the Zard. And I Encored him into a Dragon Dance. Now, the problem here is that Encore only has, I believe, 3 turns. And I played it as if it had 4 turns worth of Encore. So what I was doing is I went hard into my Volcarona on the Charizard X as it continues to Dragon Dance. And then I clicked Quiver Dance on that turn as well as he burns up his 3rd Encore turn. So after I go for the Quiver Dance, he's at like +4 or +5 on his Dragon Dances and no longer Encored. While I still thought I had 1 more turn where I'd be able to take him out with a Hidden Power Ground. So yeah, basically he got up to +6/+6 and probably would have 6-0'd me if he had just dual stab coverage on his Zard, which fortunately he did not get 6-0'd, but I definitely should have if he had dual stab coverage. So that was definitely the worst misplay I think I've ever had in the format. But yeah, Danza, what was yours?
So I don't know if I can easily say the biggest ever because I just don't remember. I feel like I've been doing draft. I've been doing it longer than you have, Jolt. I feel like an old timer.
You are an old timer.
It's true. I am, but I can say one that sticks out in my mind. I'm sure if I really thought I could pinpoint a number 1, but I would need to be here for an hour thinking about it, so I don't want to waste your time. I got a good one though. It was what was the first TTM tourney I did? What was that one? Not the one I just did, where I made a valiant attempt and got to use Fire Blast Mega Gyarados.
I think March Madness was still the first one you did.
That was right. Okay, it was March Madness. This was 2016's March Madness. And I had Zoroark on my team, and I had a Choice Scarf Zoroark set. And I'm like, oh, this is great. I'm going to outspeed this. I'm going to win this game because I actually get a U-turn out or whatever I was going to do. Dark Pulse, whatever. And it had no speed EVs. It was Choice Scarf without speed EVs, and that is why I lost the game, because I did not get to outspeed my opponent, because it had no speed EVs. It had mixed attacking EVs up to 252, or, you know, whatever it was, like 4 attack, 252 special attack, something like that, but no speed.
That happens pretty easily, I feel, in a tournament setting like that, where everything is, like, rushed.
So disheartening, though.
Yeah.
I would have won that game. It wouldn't have changed a ton. I think I would have been 3rd overall. So I still wouldn't have made it, but it would have been a moral victory. And I can't remember, but it may have been it wasn't my last game, so it was kind of demoralizing.
All right. So next up from my man Bronson, looks like we have questions for all of us. So first for me. Will you do a rap for 10K? I am very white. That's how I'll answer that question. Also, how do you focus for a league game? Do you have your Pop-Tarts, drink some apple juice before the game? Well, you see, there is this special art that everyone needs to learn in draft format right before a league game. The best way to focus, and that is to take a squat on the toilet. Alright? The pre-game poop. I highly recommend it. If you haven't tried it before, just give it a shot. It works wonders. Last one.
Or you could just be a normal person and listen to Eye of the Tiger.
I mean, I do listen to music before games too, sometimes, but you gotta have that pre-game poop. That's like the most important thing by far, in my opinion. Last one. What's your favorite mon in Draft League? And what's your favorite game of all time? So we already answered the last one, favorite game of all time, probably that game against Maddie here in Season 6. Very, very close game. And favorite mon in Draft League, it's obviously Clefable. Come on, man. Clefable is the best mon in my opinion. It's so good. Like, it's obviously not like going to be the most expensive one, but it's like super versatile. And really
You're objectively wrong. It is Santa Christ.
Santa Christ is objectively not the best Pokemon, but it might be your favorite. Your questions, Danza. Go ahead if you can read them.
Yep, I will do that in just a sec. I just want to say, in case anyone doesn't know, Santa Christ is Tangrowth.
Yes.
It's been a long-running joke among us NPL folk that Santa Christ is Tangrowth, and Tangrowth is Santa Christ. I don't even know how it got started. But anyways, so for my question, yay, specific questions to me. Can you do a backflip? Yes. And will you be participating in any more draft leagues after your departure from the NPL? Yes, the Stav League. We are taking no prisoners.
That'll be fun to watch. That will be fun to watch. Alright, thanks for the questions, Bronson. Let's see. All I can say is congratulations on the 3K milestone and for being a great YouTube channel in general. I think this is one of Styx's fans, I'm pretty sure. I really do enjoy the work you guys put into the channel, especially when it might not always be easy to run it and do live at the same time every week, which can be crazy at times. Just continue doing your thing. Love the work that you guys put into the... Not sure what happened to the end of it, but thank you very much, Juan. Alright.
Wait, Joel. How much work did you put into the?
I put a lot of work into the... That was a tough word, man. It takes a lot to get that out there. All right.
No, but seriously, thank you for the comment. Thank you.
From forgiven.gg, I think this is TCG related, so I will let Styx address that one. Yeah. From Jax for Life, congrats on 3K. My question is for Styx, what is your favorite GX? And then question for Jolt and Styx, would you ever think about doing pack openings on your channel? Okay, so it looks like my man Flint actually answered that one for us already, but back in 2013, we actually did some pack openings at that point with some of the older sets. I mean, they were pretty current at the time. In terms of doing more booster pack openings now or in the future, I'm not really sure. It's pretty expensive to do that kind of thing, and I think if it were to become affordable, then maybe. I wouldn't totally rule it out, but the tricky part is that Styx and I aren't, like, we don't live in the same town anymore. We're states apart, and it was a lot more convenient to do that kind of thing when we were in college, so that's... I'm gonna say it's a hard maybe. we'll see on that. I'm not going to make any promises there, but that was something I did enjoy doing back when we did it. It was just a very expensive thing to do, so yeah, we'll see on that. Next up from Adam. Oops. Adam the Bee's Knees. Huge congratulations to everyone on this channel. I believe you'll get to 5K in no time. To Jolt, who is your favorite minors coach and why is it me?
Jolt, I would show some restraint here. You don't want to show favoritism.
I'm not going to show favoritism. I like all of my children. They call me Mama Jolt in the NPL, and that's because I'm basically the mom of the group. I tell everyone what to do, and Adam is also one of my children. So I love all my children. Huh?
Did you mention that you tell them what to wear in the morning?
I tell them what to wear in the morning. I tell them how to talk to people, how to talk to girls. I mean, what? But...
Oh my gosh, they're never going to get a date
They're never going to get a date now. You're right.
Jolt, I'm just kidding.
But Adam, you know I love you.
Don't take that seriously, please. All right, anyways.
You're fine. And when will you bring Diglett and Sliggoo in the PPL? Once you use them, you'll get accustomed to them. I will not reveal my strategies when it comes to Diglett and Sliggoo.
You drafted Diglett?
Yeah. I had a point left, man. I might as well just grab a Diglett. Why not?
All right, fair enough.
Let's see. He didn't have a specific question for you, I don't think. His question to Styx. Hang on. His question to Styx. Hi, I don't know you. Are you in the Discord? That's great. He's definitely in the Discord. All right. We'll just move on to.
We'll just pretend he asked a question. What is your favorite flavor of ice cream? Wow, thanks for asking, Bee's Knees. I'm so glad you asked me personally. I like cookie dough ice cream.
Yo, same. That's actually the best kind. Not bad.
It is.
I approve.
Objectively.
It is objectively the best kind.
Thank Bee's Knees for asking me that question.
Alright, from Dallas. For Jolt, for every day the NPL chat has wished you a happy birthday. How old would you be? Yeah. So this has been a running meme for like the past 2 months, it feels like, with people wishing me happy birthday almost every single day. I'm going to say I'd be at least 100 years old by now. I might be more than 100 years old, honestly, because it's daily. Or if he's saying literally every time someone says happy birthday, I get a year older. If that's the case, I'm probably bordering 1,000 years old. So that's a thing.
Look on the bright side. Look on the bright side. It looks like you're going to be the oldest in the NPL. Nixon, at 103 years old, will not be the oldest anymore.
I mean, I'm 1,000 years old, so I think I win. The last question there is for Styx related to GX cards. Unless you know something about TCG, I guess I'll move on. Okay, so next up from Jonathan Strong. This guy's been around our channel for a long time. Thanks for sticking around, man. It really does mean a lot to see the support for so long. Hey Jolt, my question is, who is your celebrity crush, and will you do any live streams with a consistent schedule anytime soon? Alright, celebrity crush. Celebrity crush. Danza, I'll let you go first.
Do you like gingers?
I'll let you go first.
Ivanka Trump. I'm waiting, Jolt.
Yeah.
You've had time to prepare for this moment.
I know. Okay, I finally figured it out. So it's Carrie Underwood. Carrie Underwood is freaking gorgeous, and unfortunately married, but we're gonna get past that. We'll find a way in. But in terms,
is he the one that sings before he cheats? Is that the one? Or is that Kelly Clarkson?
I don't really know. It's not that I really listen to her music. She's just attractive. So
Oh.
I think the only. I'm ashamed to admit the only song that I know she sings is "Blown Away." Like, that's it.
I'm probably completely wrong. It probably was Kelly Clarkson. I don't know. You know what? Maybe just edit this out.
No, I'm gonna leave it in. All right.
No,
so
Jolt, you're not gonna leave it in.
I might. Will you do any live streams with a consistent schedule anytime soon? Okay, so I don't know if I should really reveal this, but something I'm considering doing, not 100%, definitely not guaranteed. Something I am considering doing is starting up a weekly or bi-weekly stream, like a tournament stream, that would turn into like pseudo qualifiers for our draft format tournaments. So maybe not so much Smogon related, but more so draft format related. So people like maybe like you, for example, Jonathan, could get a little bit of a taste for draft format through one of those tournaments. And basically the idea on how that would be set up would be to have like the winners of those tournaments like get a qualification basically to become an all-star in the bigger tournaments that we do, being March Madness and Summer Showdown. So just kind of an idea, some insight as to some things that we're thinking about. Nothing's really set in stone at this point, but that would be the most likely live stream type thing that we would do here in the near future. Can't really speak for Styx. He might have something up his sleeve. I doubt it, though. He's a pretty busy guy, but you never really know on that, I guess. So with that, move on to my man Flint here, who used to be a member of TTM back whenever we were in college. He said, dudes, congrats, that's awesome, glad you guys are getting some good recognition, and I'm happy to see the channel continue to grow. Thanks, man. Question is for both of you, meaning probably me and Styx, but maybe Danza can pitch in here too. What is your favorite old video, like going back 2+ years ago on our channel?
Can I answer this one first while you think?
No, I already know what it is, but go ahead.
My favorite is any video where Jolt loses.
Well,
did I say lose? I meant win.
Sure. Die. So real talk, my favorite video is it's one that actually had a lot of mixed reviews, and that was our Ash versus Giovanni simulation. So what's so funny about that video is like so many people who click on that video can't seem to read the part of the title that says simulation, so they expect it to actually be the anime version of the battle of Ash versus Giovanni, which it's a simulation. It's definitely not the anime version of the battle, but I really did enjoy making that video, and that's because I felt that it really showcased a lot of our talents throughout TTM. Like, for example, the music in the background was made by Flint here, the person who asked this question. And I think all of the music was made by him, maybe a collection, or maybe it was collectively made by both him and Bluesy. I can't remember exactly who all was involved on that, but I know Flint was. So I really enjoyed that aspect of it, where we used homemade music for that, but also just putting the whole thing together, simulating a really tough battle to simulate, where Ash is just incredibly undermanned compared to Giovanni. So yeah, I really did enjoy that simulation. Feel free to dig through our archives of our channel if you want to see some of that stuff. It's a little cringy. I think we weren't quite as experienced with YouTube at that point, but it's still pretty cool to watch, I think, just to see maybe how far we've come as a channel in terms of our quality. So that's probably my favorite one for now. All right, so we got some questions from Stab. It looks like several of them here. Looks like we're starting off with Danza. So Danza, take it away.
Will I be uploading the Stab League here? I haven't decided. What do you think, Jolt?
I mean, you're welcome to if you want to.
Well, we'll see. I'm not sure. 5K equals face reveal. NO. I'm done.
Fair. All right. For me, which minority is best at basketball? I have played a lot of basketball in my day, but there is no question that Styx is the best basketball player in TTM. I will not deny that. He is insanely good. When will drafting with the elite return to the channel? Well, hello, Danza.
Hi, Jolt. Are you ready to record? Let's do it right now.
Let's do it right now. Let's do it in the middle of this so they know we've done it. I guess pretty soon. It's not dead. It will come back. It's just a very tedious type of video to make, both in terms of graphics and in terms of actually making competent drafts each time. So it will come back. I know several people do enjoy that series. So in the near future is what I will say for that.
Yes. I mean, we all know that Jolt is very competent, but, you know, he has to really carry the weight since I'm kind of the dead weight in the series,
You just need to learn Gen 7. So do I, actually. I shouldn't be talking.
I'm kind of the dead weight.
We're both pretty dead weight in Gen 7.
It's my fault.
All right.
Well, anything pertaining to Gen 7, I can be a bit unreliable. Because, like I said, I literally didn't know Alolan Golem existed until midway through an NPL draft, so...
And like, I know I have a pretty good idea of pretty much everything in Gen 7, but nothing's polished at this point, so it's, I don't know, for me, it's tough to justify uploading drafting with the elite when neither of us really know what we're doing yet.
That's a good point. I mean, admittedly, I'm much better with Gen 7 than I used to be. I know things a lot better.
I mean, yeah,
so
same.
I think now's a good time to start.
We're getting there, yeah. Yeah, for me, that was the main thing holding me back, though. I just didn't feel like I really knew enough to be educated. I didn't really feel educated enough to really upload something with that title. So, yeah. Higher odds.
And the secret's out. Jolt just really didn't like me that much and didn't want me to come back.
Huh?
What?
What?
I didn't say anything.
Higher odds. Jolt in the Stab League or Styx in the NPL. Ooh.
Jolt, don't come to the Stab League. I
mean, as much as I like kicking around Danza,
and he does.
No, like, my schedule's super busy, so I don't really know if it's very likely that I'll play in the Stab League at any point, but if somehow my schedule lightens up, we'll see on that. But Styx in the NPL, I've been working on him. We'll see what we can do. I don't think it's a hard no, but we'll see if I can.
I'll chip in $2.
He might have a different opinion on that, though, whenever he answers this question. We'll see on that. But, all right.
Jolt, I will chip in $2 to get him in the NPL.
That might just work. We'll keep working on him. Maybe you just need to buy a pack of TCGO online codes, and that'll get him. Jolt, when is your actual birthday?
July 9th.
July 9th.
And you can buy your Happy Birthday Jolt shirts and cards and all the stuff and send it to Jolt for his birthday.
Dang it, Danza.
It's on the TTM Redbubble.
Also, whoever responded to this, he doesn't have one. Gingers aren't born, they are spawn. Die.
That must have been Styx. That sounds like Styx.
It certainly Styx. From Aberforth, fellow TTM member, grats on 3K us. Grats us. Jolt, how does it feel to be the worst battler among the token minorities? You suck. Maddie, what do you... let's see, Maddie's not here. Styx. Alright, Danza, when is Pokedrama TTM 2 coming out?
Oh, funny you say that. We were just talking about that before this recording. We've got a very special, big league important guest joining us next time. So, that's our preview, I guess?
Dun dun dun. All
Dun,
right.
dun, dun. All right.
From a potato farmer. Oh my. Okay, moving on.
Yeah. We have more reason to make Fog a TTM member than Riz.
He has a good point. At some point, we should actually let it a minority, you know. But,
But Fog has actually been in like 5 videos or 4 videos.
That's true.
We do have to do Mario Party with Fog. I apologize, Fog, if you're listening. We will do that. I have so many videos I have to do, Jolt. Can we just add an extra day during the week?
That would be beautiful, actually. Let's do it. Let's add it to the weekend, preferably.
Yes. Yes. I like it.
All right, Jar. My questions are for anyone who can give me answers. Question: if it was tourist season in Nebraska, why did I get in trouble for shooting them?
I really hope you mean, I don't know, ducks or elk or deer.
Oh, no. No, he doesn't.
Next question.
If I have a fork made out of gold, is it still silverware? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Because, I mean, people used to use silverware that was made of pewter. So, and it wasn't silver. But it was still called silverware. So, therefore, if silverware is made of gold and it's not silver, it's still silverware, my friend.
And his third question: if I bang a guy to prove he is gay, am I gay or just a hands-on researcher? Yeah. So,
Moving on.
Moving on. Mio. Yeah, you can read that for yourself. Moving on. Bronson, I challenge 2 members of TTM to game of pickup. Me and Carney versus 2 of you. Also, do any of you think you know more about NBA basketball history than me? If so, who is going to catch the finest of basketball knowledge hands they've seen in their life?
All right, Jolt, I got this. Everything I learned from about basketball, I learned from Mario Basketball.
Oh no. So in terms of the 2v2 that you are requesting, me and Styx will take you on any day of the week. Let's go. And in terms of basketball NBA knowledge, not really my forte. I know it's actually pronounced fort, but I'm gonna say forte because that sounds better. Not really my forte, but Styx might have you on that. Not really sure. You might wanna call him out and see what he can do. But I'm more of a college basketball guy myself, so that's about all I can say on that. We got more questions from Jar. Oh no. Question number 1: where are all the Sour Patch parents?
They're in the Sour Patch watermelon packages.
Oh. Cool. I'll go with that answer. Let's do it. If Mickey's a mouse and Minnie is a mouse and Daisy Goofy, they are all animals, why is Pluto just a dog? Is Mickey keeping a mentally handicapped dude as a pet?
Yes. Moving on.
Yeah. Do you think Disney is teaching kids poor morals with their movies' messages? Cinderella, it doesn't matter where you come from as long as you're incredibly hot. Snow White, which encourages them to give midgets nicknames. Jar, really?
The answer is no.
Am I still sleeping like a baby if I wake up 5 times at night to cry?
No. Braille keyboards.
Braille keyboards must suck, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Moving on. Mio, can I be your son? You are my son. You're in the minors. Congratulations. Rizzy, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
7.
I was thinking 12, but okay. Rizzy, after eating, do amphibians have to wait 1 hour before getting out of the water?
Yes.
Yes. Riz, with an interview question, it looks like. Sexual harassment at work, is it a problem for the self-employed? Probably. Since Americans throw rice at weddings, do Asians throw hamburgers?
It probably is even a problem for... I'm just in response to the first question. It's probably even a problem for people who are self-employed at, only one worker.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, probably is. Next question. Americans throw rice at weddings. Do Asians throw... I'm sorry, I was behind. Asians throw hamburgers. Yes, the answer is yes.
All right.
Which one?
No, the second one was yours. Since there is a speed of light and a speed of sound, is there a speed of smell? Well, those kind of particles travel with the speed of wind. So that's kind of how that works out. So there's not really a speed of smell. No, it's just particles flowing in the wind. The Scarecrow got a brain. Tin Man got a heart. Lion got courage. Dorothy got home. What did Toto get? Danza?
A life with Dorothy.
Aww. Was the pole vault accidentally discovered by a clumsy javelin thrower? Yes, it was actually me. What are the imitation rhinestones, Danza?
So the derivative of sine is cosine. Did you know the integral of e to the x is e to the x?
I couldn't have put it
Did you know that?
myself. No, I didn't. Danza, I know you're good at answering this one. What do batteries run on?
Batteries run, alright, they go, it's a chemical reaction that goes between the two poles. So it'd be something like magnesium or being converted into something else. And that's what happens as the reaction moves from one pole to the other, and that creates electrons, which lets the battery run.
Spoken like a true chemical engineer. What do chickens think we taste like? I'm going to say tuna. What do penguins wear for clothes? A tuxedo? I don't know.
No, Jolt. They wear tuxedo t-shirts because they
right.
want to try to be formal, but they're there to party.
You're right. And the last question we are going to avoid for political matters. So then, alright, from Tone. Congrats on 3K, guys. Keep up the solid work. Thanks, man. Jolt, when will the token minorities become the token majorities? I mean, it's a running gag at this point. We're just going to keep it as is.
When we finally take over YouTube, that is our goal.
Jolt and Maddie, what's the one Pokemon you've never used in Draft League format that you really want to use? That one, kind of like I said before, Manaphy and Tapu Fini, those are the two that I really would like to use at some point. What is the one Pokemon that you've had the most difficulty prepping for? Oh, baby. Z Crystal Mew, screw that thing. Z Crystal Lando T, screw that thing. Pretty much anything that hits hard and has a Z Crystal, screw them all. That's what I'll answer for that one. And what core do you really want to try in Draft League format? Tapu Fini Wobbuffet, heck yeah. That's what I really want to try out. Danza, you can answer those two.
Sure. Most difficulty prep for... I don't know about most difficulty. I'd have to think about these for literally an hour. But I remember in the past, I had difficulty prepping for Mega Mawile. I used a defensive Entei to help beat Mega Mawile in a Cobalion, which was awesome. That was pretty tough. Mega Pinsir's always tough to prep for. What's the new Mon that I just can't remember right now? There are many new Mons that I can't... Some of the Gen 7 Mons are pretty tough to prep for, too.
Yeah.
Yep, so there's that.
Oh, man.
What core do I really want to try? I really want to try Tapu Lele and Mega Alakazam.
I knew it. See right through you.
Because, you know, someone might tell me that I already tried it before. No, I really didn't, because I failed so badly that, you know what, I just want to pretend that never happened and give it another go.
At least you kind of get a get out of jail free card there, since you didn't know the first thing about Gen 7 throughout most of the season. So there was that.
That is true. That is true. Admittedly, I knew nothing. The NPL draft was going on, and I didn't even have the game.
Yeah, exactly. We started drafting very shortly after the game was released, so that was.
I didn't even have it until Christmas. Well, so, I had it, but I didn't have time to. Well, all right, I had it a few weeks after it came out, but it was only because it was gifted to me. But I just couldn't. I had no time to play it. I had the worst semester of my life, and so it sat around until Christmas. I don't even think I beat it still, though.
Oh my gosh, I've almost beaten both. I think I have beaten both of them. Yeah, I've beaten both of them at this point. Get with the program, man.
I gotta do that sometime.
All right, so from
time, so it's even this summer, so it's gonna be tough. But I'm gonna find the time.
So from Parker, K-Lever48, why can't I draw a blue?
7.
Because you used up all of your luck in every other board game, so you can't draw the card you need anymore in that particular game of Uno, I'm sorry to say. From Will, the RNG Lord, grats guys, Jolt, happy birthday with a question mark.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Happy birthday. Change it to an exclamation point.
Thanks.
Join the celebration. And
like
go buy Jolt's birthday card. Go buy the one on Redbubble, it's perfect, and then send it to him.
Alright, from the Verd, Jolt, what shampoo do you use for that beautiful hair? It's Tresemme. It's some pretty good stuff, let me tell you. For Danza, what can we expect from your career-ending campaign in the Stab League?
Domination, destruction, fatality.
Are you going undefeated, or are you getting bodied?
I don't know.
I won't accept anything else.
It better be undefeated. It will be a campaign like no other.
Alright, from S. Bread Dragon. In general, how many people are actually in the Token Minorities?
307.
5, technically, but for our tournaments and stuff, we have a ton of people who are super helpful. So they are all honorary TTM members, people who come on and help with whatever, like series, like Fog, for example, he's an honorary TTM. Anyone who helps us out is honorary, but the official TTM members are just me, Styx, Danza, Maddie, and Abe. So question directed at me, favorite Pokemon to use in competitive battling, Clefable. Every single day of the week, Clefable is my favorite. It's so good. Danza, what about you?
I think I'll still go back to using Santa Crest. I love it.
Tangrowth, even in like Smogon tiers? Do you play Smogon tiers at all?
I used to.
Okay.
A time ago. I loved using it when I did back then too. Because you know what? It was pretty good offensively. It's pretty good defensively. Tack an Assault Vest on it. You know how Fog always says you can throw an Assault Vest on anything. Actually,
so does Bird. So does Bird.
but seriously though, it's one of those mons that it just is so great with an Assault Vest. But it fills so many roles. Really good mixed attacking stats. It doesn't need to be fast at all. I like it. And you know what? I have a special bond to Santa Christ. So
the real question is, have you ever run S&D Tangrowth?
That is my one regret in life. I wanted to run Chlorophyll SD Tangrowth. You know what? Stab League. Who knows?
There you go. There it is. You heard it here first, guys. You heard it here first. Alright, from Top Tier Boy, congrats at everyone. Will you ever add spicy edits to these vids? Ooh, spicy edits. I don't think we can ever match your level of spice. But yeah, if you haven't seen Top Tier Boy's videos, definitely go check those out. He's got some nice spicy edits. That's what he's referring to here. I mean, as time allows, I would like to make my stuff better and better, so I might try to. Like I'm always trying to improve as an editor, so yeah. I will not rule it out.
If I actually had time in life, I would love to bring back GBA Season 3-esque edits with the sports clips and the slam jams and
you can do that on
the interviews. I love that stuff, but I used to have much more free time, and I'm working full time. I barely have time at nights. I'm going like I actually do things, and Jolt understands. Mm-hmm. He's busy too. It's like I don't have time to do that stuff anymore. I wish I could.
The engineering life can
it
understand.
Is quite challenging.
All right, from my man Gypsy. Jolt, how did you enter the Draft League format? Okay, well, I started off as a Smogon player, like I already said before. Didn't really play on Smogon, I guess, but more so just a general ladder player, like nothing special. And through Easy, one of the guys who asked a question for us earlier in this Q&A response, I was hooked up with the NPL application of sorts. Not really an application, but like a sign-up video where they did tryout battles for everyone who signed up. So that was my first exposure, was just seeing that video. I hadn't really done anything counter team related before. I actually had no idea what I was getting into. But even in the tryout battle, I just used my top ladder team basically without making any changes, and fought against a pure counter team and actually won that battle somehow. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, basically just got involved by pure chance, not really knowing it was even draft format whenever I signed up. But that's kind of how that goes. But Danza, how'd you get involved?
Oh my gosh, this goes back a very long ways. This must have been like Christmas of 2013, and well, I'm gonna keep it very short. Obviously, we all know that this is when Draft League started. In general, the GBA had been approached by some people about this new sports idea for a draft, basically the start of Draft League, sports and Pokemon together. And so we all hashed out details and rules, kinds of other stuff, and it's evolved so much over the time. But that was basically it. That's season 1 of the GBA. It was really kind of a trial run. Not everything was perfect. You know, there were things that many things have been improved and fixed over the years, but nonetheless, I still hold a very special place in my heart for that season 1, despite those little things. I think there was a nice charm to it, and I'm still very grateful to everyone who was involved in it.
Okay, so the next question, how does it feel knowing you were someone that was looked up to by many of the best draft players in the early days of playing draft? Well, that's very nice of you to say. I guess it feels pretty good, honestly. Like the points I feel of like my uploads even now, and especially like over the past few seasons, hasn't really necessarily been like to be the very best in the format. Like I'm definitely not even close. But like I like to be teacher, and I feel like I've been pretty good at being a teacher for people who are trying to learn the format. So it is nice to see a comment like that. So I do appreciate that quite a bit, and I hope that several people do feel that or share that sentiment, where they feel like they learn stuff by watching my videos. So yeah, that's all I can really say is I do try to be a teacher on my videos, and I'm happy to see a comment like that. So thank you on that. But okay, so are you familiar with Bear in the Big Blue House?
Yes.
Yes, I am. I don't think I've watched that since I was like really young, but
it was really funny. It was actually just a few weeks ago, friends, and we were just like not watching, but like looking through old TV show intros. That was one of them. The nostalgia just, oh my gosh. I could weep right now. I'm
pretty sure I've only watched maybe one episode in my life, so I don't know much about it outside of the bear kind of creeped me out when I was a kid.
I never really watched it either, but just seeing something that I watched a few times in my childhood, I don't know, 15 years later probably. Oh my gosh. For the first time in 15 years?
Yeah.
That was powerful, man.
See, the only show from my childhood, no, there's a couple shows from my childhood that I think I can still stand today, but like the Pokemon anime, that's good stuff. If you haven't ever seen the Pokemon anime, I would really recommend it.
I saw the first episode.
That's it?
Yeah.
Bro, you're missing out.
But I watched Chalk Zone and Cat Scratch and My Life as a Teenage Robot. In fact, I posted a very spicy meme on Twitter yesterday.
Oh no. More spicy memes.
Jolt knows my spicy memes.
I know all too well about your spicy memes. But yeah, I just recently finished the season of the Pokemon anime, the Battle Frontier thing. I would recommend that especially. That's super good. But anyways, next up, did you ever expect your March Madness style tournaments to grow to the level they have today, bringing together so many different people in the community? Well, the March Madness tournaments actually weren't even draft format to start off, so it's kind of crazy that they've evolved the way they have, because I want to say our first 2 March Madness tournaments were actually OU, so not draft related at all, as well as our first Summer Showdown tournament. All those were OU. I think the Summer Showdown also involved like UU and RU, but yeah, so they weren't even draft related for a while, and they were pretty popular. I think we still had 32 people. I think 32 people in our first tournament, 64 or so in the second one. And maybe back down to 32 again for the second March Madness, because it was a Wi-Fi event, so it was a little bit tougher to get people. But yeah, but then we've obviously grown a lot here recently, and you never really expect to see growth like that, honestly. Like that was just really cool. We were really fortunate. I feel that like leagues like the GBA and even the UCL most recently have been willing to participate in our events. It just goes. It's just really cool to see it. It's not something you can expect, but we're obviously humbled by the acceptance of those events in the community. And it's been pretty cool to see them grow, to see all the excitement around them and such. So yeah, it's been cool. All right. Let's see, anything else for Danza on that one? Doesn't look like it. So move on to. Actually, you can answer this one that Styx has if you want, Danza.
Trapped on an island for 6 months with no food. Which Token minority member lasts the longest, and who gets eaten first? Well, that is a very, very tough question.
See, here's the thing. Maddie's got a lot of meat on him. We might want to eat that first.
I was going to say that, but I was going to feel like a horrible person if I said that first. So thank you for doing that.
It's my job.
And I think it's pretty obvious that I would last the longest because I feel so well balanced. I'm not quite as smart as Jolt, but I'm not quite as strong as Maddie, but I'm somewhere in the middle, right?
I feel like all of us at TTM are pretty smart, so I don't know.
Well, the only reason why you're smarter is because you just have more years on me. When I get to
that's
be
true, man.
24
That's true.
25...
But you'll never catch up to me. That's the best part.
Yep. That's unfortunate, but...
Or the worst part, depending on how you look at it.
But I'm somewhere between Jolt and Maddie, because I've been working very hard at the gym and everything, so I'm working there. And I'm intellectually training my brain by going through very horrible, but still enjoyable chemical engineering courses. And I'm becoming like Jolt.
We're basically the same person. That's why we get along pretty well.
Our personalities mesh so well, man.
Yeah. All right, from Champion Yost. Congrats to 3K. Everyone, what is your favorite soup? Oh, man.
Can I commit a crime against humanity?
Go ahead.
I don't like soup.
I mean, I can understand that, honestly. It's kind of bland. Man, when was the last time I had soup? I feel like I haven't had soup since I was sick, and I haven't been sick in a long time.
Lucky you.
Yeah, dude, like I haven't been sick. I've had one cold in the past 3 years. I've had, like, aside from that, I haven't been sick since sophomore year in college. And that was just a cold as well.
Hey, Jolt, you want to share some of those genes? Because, I mean...
Man, they're great. Like, thank you, Heredity.
I was sick for 3 weeks after March Madness. And it was bad.
Like, I haven't even puked since 7th grade. No, sorry, freshman year in high school. That was, yeah.
He was drinking too much.
Yeah, I was definitely drinking too much mid-basketball season. Yeah, not a smart choice. Did not drink, by the way. But favorite soup, probably just the classic chicken noodle. Like, I really don't. I'm not a huge soup person. Maybe potato soup. Yeah, potato soup. Go with that. I like potato soup a little bit more.
By the way, my computer's actually about to die, and I think I'm gonna have to go up and grab my charger.
Oh no! You want to do it now? I can pause.
Yeah, I want to do it now.
Alright, we're back. And for our next question here from the Flying Bird at Jolt, what's your favorite GX card? What are the GX cards? I think Tapu Lele is a good one. It looks cool. I'm going to go with Tapu Lele. I know that's like one of the better GXs right now, so I'm going to make myself sound smart and say the best one is Tapu Lele. Yeah. And Danza, will you ever reveal your legs?
N-O.
But what if I want to see your legs? Are they bigger than Maddie's? They're
no.
probably bigger than Maddie's.
Well, I don't know that. I don't look at Maddie's legs.
I mean, we haven't seen them either. That's the gag. And real talk, when are TTM Burb Tales being released on the channel?
Unlike Maddie, I don't skip leg days.
I don't either. Well, I do now. I've skipped a lot of leg days lately. But in high school, I didn't skip. When are Burb Tales being released on the channel? I don't know about that, but Burb Tales are pretty hilarious. If you're not familiar with the Burb Tale, it's basically just a, I guess, a summary of the more humorous events of a given day that this man, the Flying Bird, likes to put together in a very funny way. I don't know if we'll do them on the channel, probably not, but definitely a pretty funny thing to read from time to time. And the other questions there are for our other friends that'll be shown in the second part of this. That'll be coming up here in due time. So next up from Turkey, or Turk. Congrats on 3K Mama. Jolt, when's your actual birthday? It's July 9th. We already talked about this, and I fully expect no one to wish me happy birthday on my birthday. On my actual birthday, that is,
Jolt,
because of all the memes.
I will, and you will get a card from me.
Oh, thank you. And the second question, how did you get the name TheTokenMinorities? Well, we were playing Cards Against Humanity, and at the time we were already thinking about like starting up a YouTube channel. It was, yeah, like around 2013 or so. We were thinking about making a little Pokemon YouTube channel just for fun, and we didn't really know what to call it, so we just kind of put it aside for a while. And then we started playing Cards Against Humanity, and we came across the card that says The Token Minority, And for whatever reason, that just kind of clicked. Like, hey, this is actually kind of a cool name, kind of unique. Let's make this the name of our YouTube channel. And no one disagreed, so that's what we did. So honestly, pretty off the wall name. Not a whole lot of thought went behind it. And at the time, we kind of felt like we had minorities because the starting group of us was a German, who's no longer with us, Jeremy, and Vic, who is British, myself, a ginger, and Panda, who is Asian. So we did have minorities at the time, but now it's definitely a little bit more on the majorities end of the spectrum outside of me as the ginger. But yeah, we're probably not going to change the name though. That's gonna stay how it is because it's just a meme at this point. It's pretty funny. Danza, I'm gonna let you answer this next one from Merc. Go ahead.
How about you read the question and I'll answer it?
In a TTM orgy, which one finishes first? Which one cries in a corner? Which one hangs himself afterwards? And who hosts it?
Well, I'll be crying in the corner because I want absolutely nothing to do with it at all. Okay, that's a starting point. Okay, maybe I'll hang myself because I'll even have to be in the same room crying in the corner. Maybe, just maybe. Maybe I'll do both. I guess it's gonna have to be Abe that hosts it because it's Styx and Maddie that are like.
And I'm gonna go do what Danza's doing. I'm going over there.
And you know what? If the option was there, I would just like play Smash Brothers with Jolt.
Same. So Danza and I can smash while they smash, if you know what I mean. Anyways. From no pun intended, nice job on 3K subs, everyone. Question: if Jolt and Styx were dying of thirst in the desert and only had enough water for one of them to survive, who would give the other water first? And just for the record, Maddie doesn't need a gym to kick everyone else's ass. True. You're not wrong. Let's see, who would give the other water first? Well,
can I answer? If I was the divine god who could give water,
sure.
I would give it to you because Styx muted me the other day.
Aw, I'll take it. I'll take it. It'd be a clash of wills between me and Styx. I don't know if either of us would actually give the other water, to be honest. I think we would let each other die. I think that's what would happen. Honestly. That is the truth. Alright, last question here from The Shoddy. Said it on Twitter already, but congrats, boyos. Thanks, man. The obligatory, would you rather fight a one horse-sized duck or a dozen duck-sized horses? I'm gonna go with a dozen duck-sized horses. What about you?
I'm gonna go with a horse-sized duck.
Really? Why?
Because it's so easy. Bro, I have like a Pikachu plush upstairs. I could take care of it.
Oh, of course. Just use
Aim
Thunderbolt.
for the horn.
You just use Thunderbolt. That's it. Number 2. Who is your favorite German?
Angry German kid.
You're putting me on the spot here because we actually, like I said, we had a German member of TTM when we started.
I'm just gonna roll with Angry German kid. You know the meme that smashes his keyboard.
Nah, Shoddy, you're my favorite German. You know you are.
I'm just kidding, Shoddy. You know, it's not Angry German kid. My favorite's not Angry German kid. I didn't say it was you, but it's not Angry German kid.
Ooh. Those are
No,
shots,
I'm just kidding,
man.
Shoddy. You're my favorite. It's okay.
I mean, I could say it's Aki, but it's definitely Shoddy. Alright,
I didn't even know Aki was German. This might change everything. I'm just kidding, Shoddy. You're the best.
Top 5 draft players at the moment.
Not me.
I mean, definitely not me. Alright, number 1, Gypsy. I'm not going to say anyone is better than Gypsy. Number 2, Zazo. Number 3, Maddie. Although I feel Zazo and Maddie could be interchangeable at the moment. I'm not really sure which one's best. But I'm just going to put Gypsy and Zazo at 1, 2 because of them being in the finals of the MPL. Then 4 and 5 are tough. 4 and 5 are tough.
How about we just leave it at that? They are tough.
I don't know. I want to put Mono top 5 as well. I think Mono has proved this gen so far to be elite.
I mean, you know
so
what?
Far.
I'm gonna allow it. And you know why?
Why?
Admittedly, I haven't seen him play a whole lot. That's just because I don't get to watch videos much anymore.
Fair.
But I'm gonna allow him to be in the top right here because he was asked out by a girl over YouTube comments. So you know what? He's a legend.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
He deserves to be in the top 5. You know what? He earned it.
That's fair, yeah. And the last one, number 5, or just in the top 5, maybe in no particular order necessarily. I don't know. MV has been pretty impressive this season in the GBA. He's definitely in the conversation, I feel. I think Abe has been very good this gen as well. I think Jake, coach of the Virginia Tech rookies, and the CPC has been very, very impressive as well. There's a lot of guys that really could compete for that 5th slot. So it's
Can I
tough
nominate
to
a
really...
person?
Sure.
I'd like to nominate Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
I actually have no one to nominate. I think he covered all the... I mean, like I said, I don't get to watch a whole lot anymore, so I don't know exactly everything that's going on. Beyond my own circle of the NPL fan chat, Ocean Man, and the NPL chat.
Yeah. No, it's just super hard to narrow a top 5, especially this early.
It is.
In the gen, so like I'm just gonna leave it at that. I can't really decide between those, but I do think those are some of the most elite players I've seen. Like Yost could also be in the discussion there. He's been super good. Like Polymac has been really good. Let me think who else has done really well. Who did really well in the NPL this season? I mean, top tier boy's been good. I don't think he's top 5 good.
Styx did well. He didn't lose a single game.
I mean, Styx is currently undefeated in the NPL. Also winless, but that's beside the point. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. There's a lot of really good players, all better than me right now. But
oh my gosh, we got to the end of the questions.
Yes, because the last one is for Styx. We're done.
Yes, my improv comedy hour's over.
Woo! All right, that was an hour long. Thanks for sticking with us throughout all this. I hope you did enjoy our responses to your questions. Sorry if we happened to skip over some of your less serious questions or politically related questions. I'm sure you understand why we would do that. But yeah, apologies for that. But we hope you did enjoy. And I guess stay tuned for part 2 of the responses. That'll feature Styx, Abe, and Maddie answering all of those questions that we did not address here in this episode, and probably addressing some of them on their own as well, because Styx likes to poke fun at me. But yeah. So without further ado, you want to close us off?
You bet. So be on the lookout for Pac-Man. We've got, what is it? Pokedrama TTM Episode 2 is going to be coming out. We've got Drafting with the Elite on the horizon, and eventually we're going to get Mario Party with Fog. All this stuff's going to come back eventually. I'm looking forward to it. Happy birthday, Jolt. I forgot to tell you at the beginning of the recording.
Thank you.
And it's been really fun doing this. Improv comedy hour. That's what this was. I had fun time. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and looking forward to contributing more in the future. Peace.
Peace.